respected teachers, and all my dear students. A very happy morning to you all and happy National Voters Day. So today we are celebrating the 15th National Voters Day. It's being celebrated from 2011, marks the establishment of autonomous body, the Election Commission in 1950. So it's the celebration of the power of individual voices in democracy. It aims to promote electoral awareness and encourage youth participating in democratic process. It emphasizes civic responsibility, transparency, and informed choices in shaping the nation's future. Article 324 in the part 15 of our Indian Constitution provides the power of superintendents, direction and control of elections to Parliament, state legislatures, local level, and President and Vice President of India shall be vested on the Election Commission. The headquarters of Election Commission is in New Delhi. As per 61st Constitutional Amendment of Indian Constitution in 1988, the voting age is reduced from 21 years to 18 years. First general election was held from 25th October 1951 to 21st February 1952 by using secret ballot system. The latest EVM, electronic voting machines, are introduced in 1982 elections in Kerala. As per Article 326 of our Indian Constitution, universal adult franchise is granted the right to vote to all adult citizens without any discrimination of religion, caste, region or gender. Eligible all attain the age of 18 years. So voting is very important part of democracy. The main purpose of election is to give people a chance to choose good representatives, good government and policies they prefer. One person, one vote and one value resembles political equality. The overall verdict means judgment. The overall verdict of general elections will reflect popular preference. Children, let us know some important information. The first voter of independent India was Mr. Shyam Saran Negi. Mr. Shyam Saran Negi. Even in his busy life, of all the life, throughout his life, he voted more than 70 times. Even in his 106th year, also he used postal ballot from the bed 3 days before his death. So because he believes in better government and voting system. So all the voters must take him as an icon of inspiration and cast your votes for better India. Thank you. Happy voters.
కనుల ముందు కదిలే జెండాలను ఒక్కసారి గమనించు. ఏళ్ల నుండి జరిగే పరిపాలన వ్యవస్థ పరిశీలించు. రాజకీయాలకు రమ్మని యువకులు పిడికిలెత్తి నిలదించు. కొత్త చరిత్రనే రాసేలా కావాలి నువ్వు మండేలా. ప్రతి గుండెను కదిలించేలా అడుగేసే యూదుడిలా. పేదోళ్ళ కల నిజమయ్యేలా యువకులు కదలాలి ఈ నేల. కద్దరు బట్టల కరెన్సీ రాజకీయాలను వదిలేయాలే. కద్దరు బట్టల కరెన్సీ రాజకీయాలను వదిలేయాలే. అభివృద్ధి చేయబడిచే బుద్ధై యువకులు రాజ్యం ఏలాలే. ఎదుగుతున్న ఓ యువతరమా ఓసారి ఆలోచించు. కనుల ముందు కదిలే జెండాలను ఒక్కసారి గమనించు. పరిపాలన చేతుల పట్టి నువ్వు ప్రజల జెండా నెగిరి. జనముల జెండను బట్టి వేల బ్రతుకులలో వెలుగుని నింపై. సంపన్న వర్గాల కొరకై కదలాలి ప్రజల ప్రతినిధివై. వేలాది గుండెల శబ్దమై వినిపించర నాయకుడై. వేలాది గుండెల శబ్దమై వినిపించర నాయకుడై. యువకులు రాజకీయాలను చేతబట్టి సరికొత్త చరిత్ర ముద్రించేయి. ఎదుగుతున్న ఓ యువతరమా ఓసారి ఆలోచించు. కనుల ముందు కదిలే జెండాలను ఒక్కసారి గమనించు. అందరి హక్కేనా రాజకీయం, కోరగొన్ని వర్గాల ధ్యేయం. యువత కదిలొస్తే సందేశం కోరుతున్నది రా మన దేశం. యువకులు నడపాలి రాజకీయం, రాసేర కొత్త అధ్యాయం. కదలాలి యువకుడా రాజకీయాలు ఒక్కరి సొంతం కాదు. కదలాలి యువకుడా రాజకీయాలు ఒక్కరి సొంతం కాదు. ప్రజల క్షేమమై పతిన పూరి పరిపాలకుడై ఎదుగుతున్న ఓ యువతరమా ఓసారి ఆలోచించు. కనుల ముందు కదిలే జెండాలను ఒక్కసారి గమనించు. ఏళ్ల నుండి జరిగే పరిపాలన వ్యవస్థ పరిశీలించు. రాజకీయాలకు రమ్మని యువకులు పిడికిలెత్తి నిలదించు.
Let me introduce myself to you. My name is G. Sadhya. My friend name is Y. Tejaswini. We are discussing about Voters Day.
Hey, do you know about voting?
Yes, it's when we choose our leaders. Why do you ask?
Because I heard there's an election coming up and my parents are taking about it.
That's good. Voting is important. It helps to decide who will work for the people.
Oh, but can everyone vote?
Not only adults above 18 years old, it can vote. You also need to have a voter ID card.
I see. So what do voters do on election day?
Voters go to a polling station, mark their choice on a voting machine or paper and submit it.
That sounds easy and important.
Because these things represent use, it can provide public facilities and do many justice for all common people. Yes, every vote counts. It helps decide for everyone.
I will remind my family to vote when I grow up.
That's a great idea. Voting is our right and duty. Thank you all.
మీరు అట్లా ఉండండి. You come girls, come inside. You take me. Girls వచ్చేయండి.
Your vote makes all the difference in the world.
Go and stand in your place. Go back. Come. You give the mic to next boy. You come, friend.
The ignorance of voters in a democracy impairs the security of all.
A man without a vote is a man without protection.
Okay, good.
Altogether, your vote, your voice, your future. Day of democracy, your vote, your power, vote for change. India is the biggest democracy. Is having big election that will decide who leads for the next few years. My name is S. Farhana. Today we are going to speak about National Voters Day. National Voters Day is celebrated on January 25th every year in India. This day reminds us about importance of voting. Helps in a democracy. Voting helps us choose good leaders who work for the people. On January 25th, 1950, the Election Commission of India was formed, and since 2011, we are celebrating this day to encourage young people. Voting is not just our right but also our responsibility. The theme for National Voters Day 2025 is empowering young and future voters. This theme focuses on making young people aware of their voting rights and responsibilities. When a person turns 18 years old, they get their vote ID card and the right to vote. Every citizen should vote without fear or pressure because every vote matters. A strong democracy needs responsible voters. Let us all take a pledge to vote and make our country better and stronger. Thank you. Your vote, your voice, your future. Is Akshaya. Today we are here to play on skit on Voters Day.
It's January 25th National Voters Day, celebrated to raise awareness and about importance of voting and to encourage young people to participate in our democratic. Let's join Babita. Babita is a responsible and informed student. Sajid is a careless student. Tanish is a election officer.
What do we even have a day like this? Voting seems like a waste of time.
Rohit, how can you say that voting is the foundation of democracy?
Come on, Ananya, what difference does one vote make?
A lot, even one vote can change the future of a nation.
Really? I have never heard of that. That's why National Voters Day is celebrated and remind us of our responsibility as citizens. It also encourages young people to register as voters as soon as they turn 18.
See, it's not just about voting, it's about shaping the future.
But what if I don't like any of the candidates? Start with awareness, educate your family and friends, tell them how important their vote is, and always democracy, remember, thrives when everyone participates. Ha ha, you have convinced me. I will vote as soon as turn 18 and encourage others too.
That's the spirit, Rohit.
Remember, every vote counts. Together, let's make democracy stronger.
And so Sajid understood the value of voting. Let's to be active participants in our democratic and celebrate National Voters Day by spreading awareness.
Your
voice, your future. Thank you.
And sir, headmaster sir, AO ma'am, teachers and my dear friends. Good morning to all. Today we stand here to tell about the importance of the Voters Day with my friends. National Voters Day 2025. National Voters Day 2025 observed on January 25th. The year 2025 will mark the 15th National Voters Day. It will focus the empowering new voters, encouraging informed participation and strengthening democracy. The day will highlight the importance exercising the right to vote and promote the voters' education across the nation.
The theme for National Voters Day 2025 is expected to continue promoting the idea of active electoral participation. Much like the 2024 theme, nothing like voting, I vote for sure. This theme underlines the importance of exercising one's right to vote with confidence. National Voters Day 2025 marks various significance which include highlighting voting rights. The day, the importance of voting a constitution right and its role in shaping the nation future. Youth engagement. Special campaigns aim to enroll and motivate young voters.
Voting right in Indian historical perspective, the journey of voting rights. India's journey towards universal suffrage began with the Representation of the People Act 1950 and the first general elections on 1951 to 1952. The right guaranteed to every citizen under Article 326 based on adult suffrage. Is the right to vote a fundamental right? While voting rights are crucial in a democracy, they are not classified fundamental rights. Instead, they are constitutional rights, ensuring every eligible Indian citizen can participate in elections.
Citizenship. Only India's citizens are eligible to vote. Voting age. The voting age in India was lowered from 21 to 18 years by the first 61st Constitutional Amendment Act 1988. Electoral rolls. Citizen must be registered on the voter list of their constituency. Residents. Voters must reside in the constituency where they intend to vote. Mental soundness. Individuals must be capable of making decisions independently.
Celebration of National Voters Day. National Voters Day is celebrated across national, state, district, constitution and
pulling both levels with various activities. National awards officers and stakeholders were excellent in election man meriting voters awareness and activities. Voters awareness company went to like the screening of such as my voters my duty and the publication of upcoming elections. Commemorative stamp religion special stamp the like 2023 them of including elections. Youth programs force activity to more first time voters. The importance of the voting is the discrimination. Voting is the foundation of democracy, allowing people to their leaders and the influence decisions. It ensures everyone's voice is heard, shaping the country. Strange thinking of democratically empowers citizens to choose their leaders and hold them accountable, shaping the future. Decisions made through elections impact the country hold the accountable. Insurance governance voting ensures the reproduction of and voice from all communities.
Good morning everyone, glad to see you all. Let us introduce ourselves to you. My name is Deepranti and they are my friends Neelma and Pujita. Today we are here to participate in a small debate about Voters Day. Let us start.
Hi friends.
Hi Neelima.
What is special today?
You don't know?
No.
Today is Voters Day.
I have some doubts on Voters Day. Let me clarify.
Why not? Ask.
In which year was the first National Voters Day was celebrated in India?
In 2011.
What is the minimum voting age in India? 18 years. Who is eligible to vote in India?
The citizens of India.
Expand EVM. Electronic voting machine. What is the maximum number of Lok Sabha constituencies in India?
545.
Who is the guardian of electoral system? Election Commission of India. Which constitutional article deal with the Election Commission of India?
Article 324.
Who appoints the... What is the duration of Lok Sabha term? 5 years. Who appoints the Chief Election Commissioner of India?
President of India.
Which state was the first to introduce EVMs? Kerala. What is the maximum number of members in Rajya Sabha?
250.
Which ID document can be used for voter identification besides voter ID card? Aadhaar card. Nota means?
Nothing, none of the above button in EVM.
What is the theme of voters pay? Oh, nothing like voting. One vote for sure. Who is the present Chief Election Commissioner of India?
Mr. Rajiv Kumar.
What is the composition of indelible ink used in the elections of India? Silver nitrate. Who has the powers to amend the electoral laws in India?
Parliament.
What is the name of act that gave citizens of India the right to vote? Representation of People Act in 1950. Who designed the logo of Election Commission of India?
Devraj Singh.
Which social media is the partner of Election Commission of India to encourage the voter registration? Facebook.
Thank you. Happy Voters Day.
Importance of the vote in a democracy. So most of the people are thinking about my one vote, whether it's costing or not think to importance. So but every vote is important in democracy. All the people must aware about this Voters Day. If you don't cast the vote, it is equal to the death. So for the better democracy, we must be vote. Just I will explain about the EVM. Before the 2004, ballot paper using, so that means those who are casting the vote, they are stamping on the ballot paper. So now in elections, they are using the EVMs, that means electronic voting machine. It EVM contains the candidate names and party symbols, and at there is a button. To whom you want to be cast your vote, you have to press the button against the symbol.
Go ahead. So you hold that, sir will explain.
So here all the candidate names and party symbols, to whom we want to vote, we have to press the button against the symbol. So it gives the small beep sound. then we consider it as our vote is casted. Okay?
Can you listen the beep sound? You ask them.
This is the beep sound. So we consider our vote is casting. Okay? It's confirmed, our vote is confirmed to whom we cast the vote. So until that we won't leave from the booth. So it takes little bit seconds time. When we press the button, it takes some time. Until that we have to stay in the booth itself only. Okay? When beep sound you heard, then you come out of the booth. So it's an important notice. Let's, I request the teachers also stretch your hands.
Sir, madam.
Recite after me. We, the citizens of India, having abiding faith in democracy, hereby pledge to uphold the democratic traditions of our country and dignity of free, fair, and peaceful elections, and to vote in every election fearlessly and without being influenced by considerations of religion, race, caste, community, language, or any inducements. Inducement.
In Telugu, just raise your hand.
Stretch your hands.
భారతదేశ పౌరులమైన మేము ప్రజాస్వామ్యంపై విశ్వాసంతో మన దేశ ప్రజాస్వామ్య సాంప్రదాయాలను స్వేచ్ఛాయుత నిష్పక్షపాత ప్రశాంత ఎన్నికల ప్రాభవాన్ని నిలబెడతామని మతం, జాతి, కులం, వర్గం, భాష లేదా ఎటువంటి ఒత్తిడులకు ప్రభావితం కాకుండా ప్రతి ఎన్నికలో నిర్భయంగా ఓటు వేస్తామని ఇందు మూలంగా ప్రతిజ్ఞ చేస్తున్నాము. జై హింద్.
Why should every citizen vote? Voting is a fundamental right of any citizen that enables them to choose their leaders of tomorrow. In many countries, the minimum age for voting is 18 years. Voting not only enables the citizens to vote for political parties, but it also helps them to realize the importance of citizenship. Many people do not vote thinking one vote will not make a change, but as a matter of fact, it does. A nation's political foundations are built using elections. Benefits of voting. Voting is a basic process that keeps a nation's governmental system works. It enables the citizens to choose their own government. It also allows the people to choose their representatives in the government. The purpose of every government is to develop and implement various policies for the benefit of its citizens. It also enables the person with the right to question the government about issues and clarifications. Voting is the way to express the opinion of a citizen in a democratic nation. Voting is crucial to activating the democratic process. On the day of the election, voters won't just have the capacity to choose their representatives in government for the following term, and they can also decide on measures like security issues that conceal the government authority to borrow funds for development projects and different advancements. Also, in some cases, voters cast their voting sheets on social issues. Right to vote. Right to vote energizes social awareness since it empowers political cooperation. The citizens can follow the progress of the political representatives and the legislature. This consistent process enables the general population to settle on the educated choices about whom to vote in favor of in the following term. Also, the legislature can't generally act arbitrarily when the entire nation is observing. Every adult is given the right to vote, irrespective of sex, class, occupation, and so forth. This is representative of uniformity and congruity. It is a fundamental right in which all citizens get an opportunity to choose who represents them. Every party that is competing in any elections announces and establishes various benefits and social reforms for their people. Some of these political parties might be deceiving with their initial reforms, but can have the intention of corruption. It's the responsibility and skills of citizen that decides which government is elected. It is the right, benefit and obligation to vote as a citizen of your nation and an individual from your society. Individuals may figure their votes does not make a difference, but rather votes can shape remote monetary and social arrangements. Voting in India is a constitutional right if one is a citizen over 18 years of age. However, that also makes it optional. It has been a tendency among voters, especially in the urban areas, to treat the voting day as a day of rest. While skipping the vote may not seem to cause any harm, the long-term consequences are disastrous. Here is why every citizen of India must cast his or her vote. Voting is the agent of change. If the people of India think that the ruling government is not performing its duties satisfactorily, they can show it the door by voting against it. Refraining from doing so can result in the same party or a worse one being elected for the next 5 years. In a country so populous, a voter might feel that a single vote does not make any difference. However, the balance tilts when this becomes a national attitude and lakhs, perhaps crores of votes are not cast. By casting their vote, citizens may not necessarily be able to get the best candidate elected, politics being what it is, but by avoiding casting their vote, they improve the chances of the unsuitable ones winning the polls. At the end, it is only the voter who has to suffer through poor governance. Voting offers every citizen a medium of expression. In a country as vast and diverse as ours, different regions have different concerns and priorities. The process of voting allows every citizen to have a say in what should constitute the matters of importance by voting for the candidate he or she deems fit for the purpose. While it is true that the outcome of elections is seldom predictable, by not casting one's vote, that citizen is giving up on the chance of getting heard. Voting is as much a responsibility as it is a right. The whole edifice of Indian democracy is built on the foundation of voting. If citizens are not careful about casting their vote, or worse, skip their vote altogether, it will jeopardize the existence of our democratic republic. Finally, voting is an honor conferred on the citizens by founding fathers. By exercising their right to vote, citizens demonstrate their respect for the history of the country. It can't be denied that the recent democratic experience in India has not been encouraging. However, not casting one's vote will not only worsen the condition. It is our duty as responsible citizens of India to make informed decisions and choose the best candidate from those presented. The importance of Nota. The government of India has made the provision for voters to exercise their vote even if they are not happy with any of the candidates. Nota stands for none of the above, and this is an important vote to cast for those who are unsatisfied by any of the parties standing. Voting Nota expresses that none of the candidates are good enough. Nota votes count. However, in case the majority of the votes are Nota, then the party with the next majority will come to power. Why vote? You do believe in having the right to vote, but are unsure as to whether it really will make a difference. So should all you vote or not? Yes, if you want better healthcare, education, childcare, fairer taxation, basic income for all, good recycling facilities, better roads and transport, better local amenities because your government, national and local runs all these services and you vote in a general, but will send a message about what sort of country you want and expect. Quotes on vote. We do not have government by the majority. We have government by the majority who participate, by Thomas Jefferson. Bad officials are elected by good citizens who don't vote, by George G. Nathan. The ballot is stronger than the bullet, by Abraham Lincoln. Voting is a civic sacrament, by Theodore Hesburgh. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors, by Plato. If you don't vote, you lose the right to complain, by George Carlin. A man without a vote is a man without protection, by Lyndon B. Johnson. Someone struggled for your right to vote. Use it, by Susan B. Anthony. Voting is not only our right, it is our power, by Lou Yu. Let these words may inspire you to use your right to vote in a proper manner.